everybody. Hello, Myers Minions out there. I just want to kind of touch. We were watching CNN the other day. I don't really watch a lot of news, but I apologize. That's my phone. We came across them talking about American Sniper. As you may or may not know, my husband is a U.S. Army National Guard veteran who served in Iraq. Matter of fact, he does suffer from PTSD from Iraq and has some knee and back injuries. And his unit was hit by an IED, a roadside device that blows up. And luckily, it didn't blow up under his tank, but it was so much distance in front of his tank, and it jarred him, and it did some a little bit of damage and stuff, and he got knocked around. So he has mild TBI, which is traumatic brain injury as well. So we have seen American Sniper, and we were just curious on how they were going to talk about it because of the guy that shot Chris Kyle is going to trial right now. So they were, basically just discussing if the movie would make or break the case because people would be biased from seeing the movie. And then also they were talking about the movie itself, if it was a political thing and all this stuff. So me and my husband were talking about it. Now I'm a U.S. Navy veteran, did not serve in any type of war, didn't hold a gun at all, any of that nature. But me and my husband have been together since 2009, and I've watched him progress with better medication and going to his appointments. Of course, that's mostly my doing because I'm like, okay, if we're going to be together, you have to do this because you've got to get better. You got to be okay. So anyway, watching the movie and then watching the news thing, and they had Chris's brother Jeff on there as well, and some other veterans and so forth. And I wanted to make my opinion out here, and you can agree with me or not. I don't, it doesn't matter. Everybody, America, you have a right to an opinion, and everybody has one. So my opinion is this, and I kind of agree with Jeff, his brother, who said this, and this hit the nail on the head. This isn't just a movie about Chris Kyle. This is a movie about any soldier that has strapped on a gun and been to a battle. Back to the Civil War, American Indian War. I mean, every war that any soldier has ever picked up a gun and had to shoot at somebody or protect somebody goes through this. This war is seeing it more because there's so many coming back with it. And we have so many suicide rates with this war, veterans coming back home that don't know how to deal with the PTSD, that don't get the help that they need. As you know in the news that the VA hospital is having backlog and taking their time and getting to vets and all this stuff, and they are working to get better on that. I will give them that. So, on one side of the Chris Kyle story, I just wanted to say that it is an American Sniper. It's not the Chris Kyle story, but American Sniper. It is about Chris Kyle, but like Jeff, his brother, said, you can replace Chris Kyle's name with any soldier that has served, and this would fit them. This is how they, portray. And then they kind of gave some, I don't know, say backlash, but they kind of said something about a quote that Chris has said, and I'm not quoting right now because I'll misquote, but to the fact that he said that he was glad he shot, whenever they're basically take care of business, and the world would be a better place without these savages. So they were saying something about him saying savages, and like Jeff said, you have to see the person that you're shooting at as your enemy. So in your mind, if that's the way to do it, there's savages, they're coming at me, they're using kids to deliver cigarettes to you that have bombs in them, the trade cigarettes, and they have bombs in them. They have, people's dead bodies that are on the side of the road that they've cut open and put bombs in, so when you're driving by, boom. That's their mentality over there, is that, kill or to be killed. And if somebody's shooting at you, you're going to shoot first. You're going to hope to shoot first and get them before they get you. So I don't think the movie is anything, to me, it did not come across political. I mean, I'm sure there are experts that will diagram every little sentence in that movie and say, oh, see, this is where he made a political reference. And I think Baghdad has actually banned the movie. One, they were saying, like, one of the scenes, if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, I'm not giving away, but you pretty much could tell from the previews that's on the trailers. A little boy picking up this RPG, you know, and Chris Kyle basically kind of have to make a decision whether to shoot this boy. And you could tell he is really struggling to shoot a child. And Baghdad was saying it's impossible for a 12-year-old to pick up an RPG. You'd be surprised. So anyway, so it's just, I want to kind of put it out there that, you know, and Michael Moore, I'm not even going to say anything about him. He is, to me, garbage. You know, he says that his little sniper or cowards comment that his grandfather made, because his grandfather was shot in World War II, I guess, was shot in the back by a sniper, so his family grew up saying snipers were cowards. So I'm thinking, on the other hand, well, if a sniper had killed the guy that shot your dad in the back and your grandfather in the back first, would that sniper be a coward? You know, so, you know, it's a give or take. And for that instance, the guy that shot Chris Kyle, that's on trial, and I don't know his name, and I don't even want to put his name out there even if I knew it, he shot Chris in the back. And yes, supposedly he has been diagnosed with PTSD, which I do not doubt at all. But my question is this, is that when he states that he thought he was going into a duel or a battle, but yet you shot someone in the back, that to me is saying that you were not being confronted. So that story kind of makes me wonder how much of it he is playing to try to get off for PTSD, or if, you know, and I'm sure some of it's being fed by his lawyers, you know, say this, say that, you know, we need to play this up, you know, and I'm sure he has illness. There's no doubt about it. You know, these soldiers come back and they're hurt inside and out. There are unseen wounds from millions of soldiers coming back, or I should say thousands, I should say millions, but thousands of soldiers coming back. And we as a society need to recognize that, you know, if you see a disabled vet or a vet saying they are disabled and you're not seeing physical wounds, please don't pass judgment. You do not know the lives that these soldiers live. You know, my husband suffers from it every day. We have a code word in our house called popcorn. When he's not having a good day, and it's like an inside day, meaning he doesn't need to be out, and he says popcorn. It's popcorn day. So we stay in. We pretty much, you know, stay to ourselves. He's very reclusive sometimes. Now there are times when he's really good, and we get out and about, and we, you know, cherish those days. So, you know, and medication and therapy, both physical and mental therapy, help. You know, that's why, another reason why he is involved with the WWP, because they do help so much in getting these vets with other vets. And if you haven't seen it, WWP has a series of films on Netflix that show different soldiers with different ailments, from mental to, you know, loss of limbs and so forth, sexual trauma, everything. So you should check those videos out, because they are awesome to watch. There's like, I don't know, I think there's 14 small films, I believe, and maybe more. I apologize not knowing the number, but check those out on Netflix. You need to look at those, and you need to watch them, especially if you're not a veteran, or even if you are a veteran. But if you're not a veteran and you just, you know, don't understand or something, check those videos out. But the WWP is a great event, or a great organization that helps these vets get together with other vets and talk it out, because sometimes that's the best therapy in the world, to hang out with other people that understand. Yes, I'm a vet. I understand military-ish stuff, but I don't understand war. I have never been there. I can't, you know, I don't see it the way he sees it. So talking to other vets helps him. So so that's our snip on the American Sniper thing, because, you know, we were seeing all these things, and of course backlash from different people that are anti-war and whatever. You know what? You're welcome. You can say that because you do live in America. If you know, you see it on Any Proud American. If you don't like what you get in here, go somewhere else. Why do you think people are trying to get to America so much? Because the other side is not green. We have it really good here. You know, I don't care if you don't like the president, or if you do love the president, or if you don't like this law or that law. That's what we get to vote on these things. Other countries, they're not voting. They get told, this is what we're going to do. This is what you're going to do. You can't have more than 2.2 children. You can't have no more than one pet. You're not going to have any education because you're a woman and you don't deserve an education. You know, so yes, we have rules and regulations, but that's what it's about. You need to have rules and regulation, or we'd be chaotic and mayhem, be purge around here constantly. So we have to have rules. So you can thank a vet for that. You thank a service member for that, because you're complaining, that's what they're protecting you to do. your right to say whatever you want to say up to an extent without any persecution on that. So you're welcome. You know, you should be thankful that you can say that. Whether you agree with war or not, you should always back up these vets, especially the Vietnam vets, but any vets. But they got such bad rap when they came back. They deserve a lot more better treatment that they've been getting. So that's my rampage for the day on the veterans. But as far as my American Sniper, it's a great movie about a great soldier. And like I said, you can replace his name with any person that has served in the military and insert their name there, because it is about the military soldier dealing with the war, fighting, shooting people, killing people they don't know but know they have to shoot. Then coming home, he served 4 tours in Iraq. Then coming home and dealing with your family life, which is complete opposite of war to an extent, but you know, complete opposite, that you have to, you know, change diapers, do this and do that, and you're just ready to go back and help your brothers and get your family back home safe. So you know, it's tough. So we need to give props where props are due, and those are due to the soldiers, regardless of what your political view is. You should always support these soldiers, sailors, whatever, all forms of armed services we should be supporting. And that's my take on that. So you can like, thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care. Please subscribe to the channel, because it's always something I get a soapbox on. So this happens to be the one I'm doing today. So y'all have a great day.